June 14, 1800. A day that almost shattered Napoleon Bonaparte's destiny before turning him into a legend. The Battle of Marengo wasn't just another clash of armies. It was Napoleon's greatest comeback, a masterpiece of deception, resilience, and raw nerve that rewrote the fate of Europe in a single afternoon. At dawn, the French army was exhausted, outnumbered, and caught off guard by the Austrians under General Mellers. Napoleon had crossed the Alps just weeks earlier in a daring winter campaign meant to surprise the enemy, but instead, it was his forces that faced surprise and chaos on the plains of northern Italy. Cannons thundered across the fields near the small village of Marengo as Austrian troops surged forward, crushing the French left and center. By noon, it looked like the dream of a new French empire was collapsing. Soldiers were retreating, commanders were wounded, and even Napoleon, normally the calm eye of every storm, was forced to consider a withdrawal. But then, as if fate itself hesitated, he decided to gamble everything. He sent desperate riders galloping to recall General Desaix, who had been ordered miles away that morning. Desaix, loyal and brilliant, turned his division around and raced back toward the battlefield. "This battle is completely lost," he told Napoleon upon arriving, "but there is time to win another." Those words reignited Napoleon's fire. He rallied his men for one last stand, reorganizing battered regiments and deploying artillery to cover the retreat. As Austrian forces pursued what they thought was a defeated army, Desaix's fresh troops appeared like a ghost from the horizon, crashing into the enemy flank just as the French cannons roared back to life. The counterattack was devastating. Desaix was tragically struck and killed in the first moments of the charge, but his men fought with the fury of vengeance. The Austrians, confident just an hour earlier, were now in complete disarray. French cavalry under General Kellerman thundered through the chaos, cutting off retreat paths and turning the battle into a rout. By sunset, the same fields that had nearly buried Napoleon's career were covered with broken Austrian lines and French victory cries. Marengo had been won, not by overwhelming numbers or perfect strategy, but by sheer will, timing, and Napoleon's refusal to surrender to fate. The next day, General Mellers sued for peace, handing over northern Italy and cementing Napoleon's position as Europe's most brilliant military mind. Marengo transformed him from a revolutionary general into a political powerhouse, paving the way for his rise as Emperor of France. The battle became a symbol of his genius, the ability to turn near disaster into triumph through instinct, speed, and unbreakable confidence. Even centuries later, military historians study Marengo not just as a tactical miracle but as a psychological one. Napoleon's genius wasn't that he never failed, it was that he refused to stay defeated. On that scorching June day, when all seemed lost, he found victory buried in chaos, and in doing so, carved his name permanently into the heart of history.